Luma of the third bloom had prepared 340 years for this moment. Not this specific moment, of course. She had not known 340 years ago that she would one day stand in the center of the council chamber with the fate of the galaxy, waiting on a question she was afraid to ask. But she had spent those years preparing to be the kind of person who could ask it, which is perhaps more important. She had read everything. That was her gift, and her practice, and her stubborn, quiet purpose. She read everything. The Pelori archives, the council archives, the sealed records, the historical footnotes, the accounts that more powerful civilizations had filed and then quietly reclassified because the events described were politically inconvenient. She had read the human records. All of them. She stood on the central floor, and she looked up at the council, and her bioluminescence went very, very still. Not off, not faded, but still, the way a flame goes still in a windless space. "I have a question," she said, "that I would like someone here to consider seriously before they dismiss it." There was a quality to her voice. Aged Pelori, through the translation net, came out as a low, slow, musical tone, unlike the bright, clear notes of younger Pelori, that made the chamber attend to it. She had earned this tone. It came from 340 years of paying attention, and it made other beings, whatever their age, understand that they were in the presence of something old, in the right way. When this council was formed 4,000 years ago, what were the founding principles? Not the written ones, the actual principles, the reason this institution exists. She paused. No one answered. The question seemed to be rhetorical, or was possibly so fundamental that the assembled wisdom of 4,000 civilizations felt embarrassed to state the obvious. "Mutual protection," she said. "We formed this council because together we are stronger than alone. That is the foundation. It has always been the foundation. Every treaty, every resolution, every procedural rule is built on that foundation." Another pause. "We have just demonstrated, to our collective grief, that stronger than alone is no longer adequate. We assembled the strongest fleet this council has ever fielded, and it was insufficient. I have listened for 7 days to proposals that are all, in essence, variations on doing the same thing in a slightly different way. And in those 7 days, I have been waiting for someone to name the thing that none of us wants to say." She stopped. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending this time with me. It really means a lot. If you enjoyed this conversation, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. It genuinely helps the show grow and lets me know what you want more of. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you in the next one.